Welcome back to the channel. Bit of an oddball one today. I'm going to be doing a review on something that's not an electric vehicle, but it is electric powered. And that's the whole idea of my channel. Something that might save you money. I guess really we are lucky to have a tumble dryer and a washing machine within 100 meters from where we live. So I'm going to work out what this costs to get this load in comparison to the load we can get in with our new Easy Dry. Just so you realise that these things are not low on wattage. This is a 5,000 watts 5K. So, you know, it does use a lot of power. So that's basically it. It's quite a big industrial thing and it costs £1 for 15 minutes. So if you get an extra 5 minutes if you put £2 in basically. So this might be the last time I use this, but we'll wait and see. Okay, just so you realise, we do also have in the property our own, obviously, washer and dryer from Candy. The thing is with this, it is not the best at drying, and we've tried 3-hour dries and they still come out damp. So this is the other reason why the wife and I normally go across and use the £1 for 15-minute job in the building across the way. So yes, this is why we are ending up looking at the Easy Dry from AMOS. This is a clothes dryer. I've just literally knifed it, and this is what you get in the box. Instructions. Every man should have a good set of instructions. It came with 2 of these, which are hangers for the top. We didn't think we were going to come with them, but yeah, 2 of it. Okay, I'm going to unbox it. That is the electric motor. That is a dog, which shouldn't be in the review. And that's the remote. And what do I rest now? Middle bracket. Upper bracket. Wheels. Now this is the main bit, which is all zipped in 3 parts. It's got holes in the top so it can actually breathe, but we'll cross that bridge later. And there's all the rods. Make it all up in 2 packs.
They're all marked up.
Yeah, they're all marked up, ain't they? So we'll try now and get it together. Right, like I say, this is the AMOS main part. Put it all together, and I think you're going to need some need some batteries for this as well. AAA's in there, and then the instructions. So here we go. Let's see how easy it is to put together. First things first, check to see if you've got everything in the box, and we have this. Yes. Wheels and everything else. So get all these together. The base and the top, that's easy enough. Right, these just unfold from that position to this, and then the ends go inwards, like so. Very easy enough. And again, very lightweight. So 2 of them, 2 there and 2 there. So that's your top, middle and bottom. Here's all your poles coming out now. They're your vertical poles that you're going to need for the up and down. So we'll get on with it. So basically they just push in like so. But you've got to get them all the same because of your levels. Pretty straightforward, no nuts and bolts or anything, it's all push in fit. And now we're going to put the verticals in, as you can see. Like I say, they just push in dead easy. Okay, quick heads up, when you do this, make sure these holes here, there's 4, they go to the bottom. We've just made the boo-boo putting all this together and realised that these should be on the bottom for those. That's the only 4 holes. So if you make them the bottom ones, pointing to the bottom, you'll do fine. Otherwise, you'll be taking it all apart again like we've just done. Okay, my advice is to, first of all, grab these 2 here, get these wheels put in, push them in, and I mean push them in all the way down to the bottom, because if not, they might be a bit flimsy. But that's the way to do that. Get these wheels in first on both of those, the only ones with holes, then you know they are your base. Then you shouldn't go wrong. So just make sure to go all the way down. You can just see a colour difference at the bottom. But don't put pressure on it. It's the same with your wheels as well. You'll end up snapping them. Next procedure, get the drying bag out, or the outer skin, and put it through these holes here. 6 of them, 3 either side, as you can see, over the base. So then you've got that basically. The base with the wheels underneath, don't forget, and the cover is now on. That is now the bottom cover piece section on, and that's obviously where your motor blows the hot air through. So there's your next bit done. Grab your 2 center sections. Just make sure that you've got these coming upwards, of course, because that's where your towel bars are going to go. There's 2 of them, 1 either side, ready for the middle section. Again, a nice easy one. Push fit these 3 bars, 1, 2, 3, into these holes, so that is now all connected and far sturdier as well. So now you're going to have to put on these towel bars. I suppose you could put these on at the end, but we'll slip them in now. So we know we've got them in. There you go in, clicking quite easy. Okay, we're getting the top on now. And that's how it should look with the top. But what we have noticed, while we're putting the towel bars in the top there, as you can see, we have noted that this one goes down a tiny bit. We have checked all these. You've got to be really careful. A rubber mallet might be better for these, because by pushing them down by hand, you don't know if they've gone all the way down to the top of here. So I would suggest a rubber mallet, but it's up to you. But we have noted now that that is slightly on the P. Is it that way as well? Yeah, this is very, very weird. I'm gonna have to check all these sides to see if they're in enough. But yeah, please check all this before you bring that up to the top. Yeah, so I've just done a check, and you can see now it's a bit squarer. You've really got to make sure that these have gone in proper, all the way around. So now we're going to take this and bring it up and over, and then go from there. We'll let you know how we go. Okay, she's on. Now, just a little ditty that me and the lady wife have just sussed. There will be a gap at the bottom, okay? So don't worry about that. And make sure that when you pull this over this way, you pull that up from the base, because if you don't, you'll never get it on. They're the vent holes in the top for the air to come out. So that's basically it. It is on wheels, like I say, so you can move it around. There's your zips, there and there. That is now fully made up, ready for the motor. So we'll give it a whirl.
And you're supposed to be able to fold it up from there.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's another thing. Good point. You are meant to be able to fold this up, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. But you push the 2 together. Yeah, because they swivel. That's it. You do. You pull them up, and it swivels. That's why these are on hinges. So you can. It folds flat, basically, for storage. Right. Let's get the motor on. Okay, this is the heater unit. It'll come on instant. There is a timer on it, which I think goes to 240. Yeah. The remote, let's see what this does. Yep, simple. On. Again, and adjust your timer up and down, I guess, yeah. Now it has got built-in overheat system. That's probably why it does that. Oh, that's quite hot. You just turn it off. Let's see what happens when you turn it off. Yeah, it's a bit weird now. Once you've turned it off, the red light stays on and it carries on going. My wife just told me that once you switch it off, well, is it 2 minute? Yeah, there's a 2 minute cooling off period, and this is what this is doing now. So just let it do its thing. Yeah, it's only lukewarm coming out there now. So yeah, pretty straightforward and simplistic. So we're going to put it into the dryer now and have it on this hour setting and see how hot it gets in there, how quick. I'll give you an idea. There you go, it's gone off, look. Voila. So all you do is lift it through, and it actually sits on the 2 bars, front and back, and that would just go through there. I don't know, let's have a quick check to see if it actually pulls. Yeah, it does, look, it goes down underneath and wraps underneath, that's better. And your hot air simply gets blown in. So we'll wrap this up, zip it up, and see how hot we can get it. And there's the 2 things you get with it to hang up to the top. Gives some extra hanging space. Switch it on. That instantly defaults to an hour. So let's see how warm it gets in there. Oh yeah, you can see it ballooning out already, look. So the heat's pretty instant. And then, oh yeah, feel the heat coming out of here. So that's, yes, reasonably warm already. But don't forget, it is 1.3 kilowatt hour. So I'm going to open it for a minute. It's only been on 2 minutes. I'm going to open up in a minute through the zipper and see how warm it is in there. So I'll do that now and let you know. Well, that's pretty impressive. I've just opened this up. It was only on for a minute. And in here, the temperature was well more than it is in this room. Maybe 3 times hotter. So really good. And even these bars you can feel are still very warm. So yes, should do the job. 38.8. These wheels do come with locks. 2 have got locks on them. We're trying it now just to see how easy it rolls. And we've got quite thick carpet. But yeah, it's relatively easy. Zero weight to it really. The heaviest thing is obviously the motor. That's through a normal size doorway lock, to give you an idea on how sizable it is. And then we'll put it into the back room here. So yeah, wheels work great, and so does the dog. Okay, the wife has now loaded this thing up with tea towels and clothes and used all the rails. Tried to develop so that you can get a couple on each one here, look. But we'll see how it goes. We're going to put it on now. All the small stuff's hanging up at the back on those rails. We're going to put this thing on now and see how it goes. And we'll let you know how we feel it dries and how quick. It defaults for 1 hour, so we'll leave it at that. And that's using the remote. We'll see how it goes. It should start ballooning out in a minute. Here we go. It's starting to swell out a bit now, look. And yep, wind blowing through those. So it should actually as well get some heat in this room. But I wouldn't use this thing on a day-to-day basis in the same area without some form of window open in a long-term event. I'm talking about months, because of maybe the condensation you might get from it. So I'd be wary of that. But you know, once every 2 days for 3 hours, it's fine. So as mentioned on screen, AMOS, that's what it means, look, as mentioned on screen. The Chinese do a big thing about this. They've also got an electric car company called BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams. I know, it's the way they are, that's what they do. So, an hour it is. What we've decided to do is take out what is dry and rearrange the interior with what is still a bit damp. Now this has been on for, let me just check down here. Yeah, been on for 45 minutes and 45 minutes before, so an hour and a half now in total. And all this is now dry, t-shirts and small stuff like that. So good so far. The only thing we have noticed that some of the cotton stuff can come out a bit on the hard side. Yeah, similar to how they go when they are outside on the line in the sun. You get that like harshness sometimes and dryness, but only a few. So far all good. So I would say nearly half of that is now dry and the rest is doing well. So let's do the pros and cons of this thing that you can hear in the background now. We are actually using it today for the second time, so I think you can develop from that we will be keeping it. It did come from eBay. I'll put the link below. I'm not sure if Amazon sell it. I do believe they do, but it was about £20 more on Amazon. But please check, get your best price. We got a £10 voucher at the time from eBay with a link that we put down when we finished it, when we clocked out and did all the payment side of it. And we got it for $89.99, so not too bad, 90 quid. I'll do the pros first. The pros are obvious. This time of year, it's expensive to dry washing. Nobody likes stuff on radiators blocking the heat and then all the damp in each room, because you'd have to use a lot of radiators to get your washing dry. It's okay putting it on a normal dryer that's not heated, but it takes hours and hours and take all day, maybe even to the following morning before your washing's actually dry. This thing does produce a bit of heat out the top, so it's another pro to say that you're going to get a bit of heat in your room. But please be wary that if you're going to use it in a small room, you might start getting a bit of damp. So move it around a bit in your home, or just have it ventilated, or keep a door open in a small room. Don't have it in one position in a small room all the time. You might start getting a bit of mold or whatever. Just be careful of that. Again, one of the pros, it ain't noisy. It's it's on now, you know, you can hear my voice, and I'm not really having to shout above it. So that's a good pro. It's not a noisy old thing. Does it work? Yes, it does. That's my opinion of it. So that's got to be a pro. It works. It dries your clothes. And in that was one of my sweatshirts, which was a Columbia sweatshirt, quite a thick one. And the wife laid it in this top side of the thing here. It dried. It dried. I mean, some of the stuff was dry within 35-40 minutes, the smaller stuff at the bottom, where you first get your first blow. And then within the 2 hours, everything was done. So a good pro. 2 hours for 5 kilo of washing. The cons. Against what we use in our tumble dryer across in the room there, yes, it's cheaper. Is it as good? No, because things will come out a bit crusty, if that's the word to use. Yeah, stiff. That just about wraps this one up. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Where you've been, I say it every time. So yeah, something a bit different for you today, but it's done and dusted. I'd say bye now. What more can I say? Thanks for watching. See you again.